Welcome to the Tony Gaskin Show, best-selling author, celebrity life coach, and international speaker. The purpose of this show is to bring you motivation, inspiration, and education in the areas of life, love, and business. Thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tony. Got a question today, and it says, "Hi, Tony. I've been a widower since September 2014. God bless your soul. I had been married since June of 1990. I haven't dated since the late 80s, and I didn't do a lot of dating then. You know, it's great to have you on this podcast. Like, man, you may be you were married. Yeah. Well, no, it said you haven't dated since the late 80s and got married in 1990. That's deep. I didn't have a healthy relationship in my marriage. I was married to a grown boy who played mind games. I just started recently trying to put myself out there to dating. When I think things are getting at a good point, it seems I say or do something wrong. Then a video of yours pops up and I did or said exactly what you said not to. And I think it is because I am used to being in a wife role, not a dating role. I don't want to be a friends with benefits. I want a long-term relationship that leads to forever. It seems I do everything wrong and don't know how to just date someone or know if I should date more than one person, which makes me uncomfortable. I am a woman of God and believe that I shouldn't give my body to anyone except my husband. I am a teacher, so I do have a career. I have lost over 60 pounds in the last year, so I am working on my health and body and will continue to do so. I have received men's physical attraction to me, but I want more than that. Thank you for your time." You know, you're in definitely a deep situation because it's not easy to understand the opposite sex and to know what to do. And I'll be honest with you, it's too much for the podcast for me to touch on it all, but I created a course called Dating 101, and I'm going to keep adding videos to it. And already it has over 3 hours of content, just videos you can just click and play while you going to work or on your lunch break or when you're at home. And just get all of that knowledge. And so go to TonyGaskinsAcademy.com and get Dating 101 and start that, and that's going to help you a lot. But for those of you who can't get the course and are in a similar situation, what I want you to understand is that you have to separate in your mind dating and marriage. And you say you don't feel comfortable dating more than one person. And I totally understand that, and I respect that. That is also another difference between men and women because most men date multiple women at the same time. Now, you have to define dating. Some people, for dating means having sex with the person that you are interested in or dealing with or talking to every day. For other people, dating is just, conversation and talking and getting to know one another and building, but nothing intimate. And so if it's not intimate, if you're not having sex, which, you don't believe in doing, and I don't believe in doing either, and I do not condone, I believe in waiting until marriage because I did it the wrong way and saw the repercussions of doing it the wrong way. So I respect your decision to not want to have sex before marriage. And so in that case, dating for you is getting to know a man. It's talking on the phone. It's going out to the movies or to dinner or, whatever, going walking at the park, around the pond, around the lake, whatever you all can do, just hanging out and you're getting to know him. And you don't have to tell him, like, I'm getting to know other people as well, because he won't tell you that he's getting to know other women. But that is okay because you're not having sex. And so it's okay to have 2 or 3 male friends who have the potential to become more than a friend. And then one of them will take the lead, and then you can kind of cut the other ones off. You can distance yourselves from the others, become too busy for them, and now start to focus on this one who you see has all of the qualities of a husband. All the while, you're keeping your legs closed. You're not having sex with him, and you're not giving him the benefits of a husband. So the main thing is if you're not giving him the benefits of a husband, then you're really not doing anything wrong. And what I mean by that, if you're not having sex, then you're not really doing anything wrong. The other thing, that women may do is just doing too much, doing his laundry, cooking dinner every day, just serving a man too much who isn't your husband. That's really like playing a wife role, and that's not necessary. Dating should literally be talking on the phone or on FaceTime or on Skype, seeing each other in person, going out, having a good time, hanging out, and that's dating. And when it comes to what you say, the thing about it is talk about your dreams, talk about your goals. One of the things that women do wrong is you talk too much about what you want in a man and what you want from a relationship. So what that does is it gives a man your blueprint. It gives a man the role. You give him the script, and he plays the role. But if you just listen to him and talk to him and have a conversation with him, you will find out what type of man he is without him knowing that you're paying attention to these small signs and clues based on what he does and what he says. So think about it like that when you're dating, and know that it really all boils down to, and I will never stop saying this because it comes down to the knowledge that you have. So you have to get the dating knowledge in order to date effectively, because we learn one or two ways. You either learn through experience and making all the mistakes, or you learn by acquiring knowledge from the mistakes someone else has made. So I made every mistake, and I saw every mistake that women make in relationships, ironically, which is the title of my dad's book, 8 Mistakes Women Make in Relationships. And I learned that, and that's why I teach on it. Why I'm teaching on it is so that you don't have to make every mistake that all of the women made who I dealt with. So you can kind of jump the curve and get ahead, avoid those mistakes, and get right to the winning, get right to the good of relationships. So stick to who you are. Don't force yourself to date 3 men if it's uncomfortable. But what that means, if you're going to date one man at a time, that means that, and when I say date, I don't mean an exclusive relationship. When you're in an exclusive relationship, that obviously means you're with one person. That does not mean you're having sex if you're not married. But when you are dating, to me, I define dating as getting to know a person, talking on the phone, going out, hanging out. That is okay to have more than one friend in that capacity, because you all haven't decided to be exclusive and you're not having sex. So that's how I separate them, dating from a real exclusive relationship, and then separating that even from marriage. So, but if it's uncomfortable to even date more than one person, what that means is your standards have to be so strict that as soon as you recognize this person has too many red flags, you have to cut them off so you can move on. What happens, the problem with dating one person is people get with one person, and because you have no other options and you've just focused in on this one person, you put all of your stock in them. And so when they go bankrupt, when they are morally bankrupt or they got too many red flags, you're too tied up and you're too invested to want to cash out and leave. And so that's what you have to be very mindful of, that you aren't so invested in this one person
that you can't wash your hands with him and move on when you realize he's not the one, and pick yourself up. And so don't, in this dating phase, don't give everything. Don't give your whole heart. Don't give your whole blueprint, about what you want from a relationship and what you want from a man. And don't fantasize about him all day, and don't chase him. Let him pursue you. And then you just reciprocate the attention without giving sex or money or convenience, like letting him live with you. It's women doing all of these things, letting men live with them, loaning men money, giving them sex, whether it's intercourse or oral sex. Some women say, oh, I do oral sex, not intercourse. And I'm like, oral sex is worse than intercourse, because that's disgusting. You're putting a man thing in your mouth, and a lot of men won't even have sex with a woman that they're not attracted to, but they will allow their thing to be in the mouth of any woman. So actually, oral sex is more degrading than intercourse. Both of them are toxic outside of marriage. Both of them are dangerous. Both of them create soul ties, but you're also dealing with diseases too. You could contract diseases. And if you've already, contracted one, then you could be adding on to them with other ones that could be worse. So you have to be mindful of that and careful of that when you are dating, that you're not giving of your body, that you're just giving some time that you can afford to give, and then that's it. And you're evaluating the communication, the conversation, what they say and what they do, twice as much what they do, and then you're making a decision to continue or to let it go. And that is how you will date effectively. So get on over to TonyGaskinsAcademy.com and make sure you get Dating 101, because that is the prescription for your problem, and that's going to help you tremendously. And we have live Q&As for the courses too. When you sign up for the courses, you are added to the mailing list, and I'll send out emails letting you know when we have the Q&A for the course. So hey, thank you so much for writing in. If you have a question for me, send it in to inbox@TonyGaskins.com, inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Remember, I'm no guru, I'm no expert. I'm just your brother from another mother, giving you my 2 cents and hoping it doesn't make me bankrupt. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk again tomorrow.